hate puppies.
Good podcast.
I feel threatened.
Oh no! Someone peed in my pants!
A little something different. A little something different. I just want to add a little color there. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to
Yellow.
Inside the Pallet House. You got the color. The only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems and hopefully helping you figure out what beer you should be drinking for the Super Bowl. Ooh.
I can't wait. These two teams are going to be amazing.
This is a great Super Bowl lineup.
I can't believe that game last week.
What a game.
How have you guys been?
Good.
Good?
Good. I feel exactly as drunk as I was the last time you saw me. I can say that.
What are the chances?
Oh, we just finished recording an episode.
Oh, yeah.
And you've had a boner for a week, right?
Still hasn't gone down.
Kendon.
Yeah, that was totally Kendon.
I can't even read what I had written the last episode, the name of that mushroom.
Cortisol.
Cordyceps?
Cortisol. Whatever it is.
That's for your vaginal infection.
Whatever it was.
That's why I was so familiar with it.
That's Vagisil. And it is different. I don't think cortisol is anything. It's cortisol or Vagisil.
What is the word? What's the word, though? What's the fungus?
Cordyceps.
Cordyceps.
Cordyceps. Okay.
Yeah, it's very different.
Totally different.
Missed it by that much.
Yeah, dude, that's...
Just a bit outside.
This dude's like, let me get one of them Vagisil injections. My shoulder's killing me. Wait, what? It's going to be a hell of a needle. This stuff is like a paste.
I wonder what Stuart's room smells like.
Different episode. I'm not going to say it.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Not going to say it.
This is a different episode?
Tis now.
Oh, okay.
Starting now.
Now.
It's a different episode. Guess what I did?
What'd you do? Get your phone? How is it?
Yeah.
It's got to be working out so much better for you. It's been weeks.
He's been texting me so much.
I ran inside just now, and I was like, hey, baby, my phone here? Because I was all excited. I had to take a deuce. Kind of wanted a phone.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, hey, is my phone here? She goes, no, but the groceries are on the front porch. You can get those. I was like, oh, cool. Like, what are you doing? You're just sitting on the couch. You know the groceries are out there.
You're going to wait for how long?
Well, they're not going to go bad.
No, it's ice cold. But so it's like, I literally opened the door not to find a phone, but a bunch of groceries and hauled them in.
Did you say, on a totally unrelated note, can I borrow your phone real quick?
Yeah, exactly.
No, he went, did the National Geographic come in today?
He's going to go take a 3 and just leave it up so she knows what I'm into. You know?
Sometimes you have to upper decker your own bathroom.
Just because.
Show them what's up. Remind them that you're still the man.
How long had the groceries been sitting out while she sat there?
I literally saw the Walmart truck
okay.
leaving. No, it wasn't long. But it was enough to make me go, what the hell? And then I saw the truck go by. I was like, oh, this is literally seconds.
Yes, there's 3 people in this house that can't pick groceries up. Good.
Nobody can. And one of them's got my new phone. that I believe. No, this
this was for you?
No, I sold a car.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I did it on Facebook Marketplace.
Did we not talk about that?
I don't think so.
The Infinity?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
It has been sold.
I thought you sold the new 4Runner because I haven't seen it here in a couple weeks.
That's a whole other topic.
Oh,
No.
I've got a...
I just have to ask on the first topic, did he crawl underneath it?
I was very honest about
No.
a lot of the
Look
things.
at you.
So I went on Facebook Marketplace to sell my car because
You're
I
not a
used to
good
be...
used car salesman.
Apparently I'm fantastic, actually.
with a heart.
It's all about timing.
So I've always... I'm kind of anti-Facebook Marketplace. That thing is a real blessing and a curse. The reality is that gone are the days of having to like go on Auto Trader, like pay money, list it. Like that business model got completely hosed.
Yep.
And you can go on all these other sites where you have to pay money. And I was like, I understand what I'm walking into with Facebook Marketplace, but I'm going to sell my car via Facebook Marketplace. So I tried to really hedge my bet. So I was like, here's the good, and like described all of the stuff. And then I was like, here's the bad.
Smells
and
like feet.
It smells like feet. It's got a little rust issue.
It did have live animals in it at one point.
Yeah, these things don't work. These things do work. New exhaust. And took a picture of the exhaust, like showed all the positives, told all the negatives I could think of in the moment. And it didn't help. And to avoid what I was hoping to avoid was all like the hundreds of messages. And I'm talking, I posted that bitch. And all of a sudden Messenger was like, boom, 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 boom. Just give. Is it available? It's been 30 seconds. I think it's available.
Right.
But that's like a default button they can click.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, boom, is this available? And I always
I had the
see
same thing happen yesterday.
with what'd you sell?
The fridge.
My mini fridge.
Yeah.
I threw it up.
Actually, I saw that like a couple hours later. I was like, I'll take a mini. Oh, gone.
Yeah, no, literally. He posted it, and I looked at it like maybe a half hour later, and it
Dude,
said sold.
I posted it. My cousin immediately hit me up. So I was like, she's like, my dad's going to want this. I was like, all right. It's done. I'm giving it to you. I put $50 because we had learned.
Yeah, a little money.
free.
Zero means garbage.
Yep.
$50 means it's valuable.
Good deal.
So before she immediately hit me up, I said, it's yours. I look at Facebook, 2 messages. 1, is it still available? 2, can you please measure how deep it is from the compression bump out, blah, blah, blah. And I immediately took it off. I was like, that's it. I'm already fed up with this shit. I'm done. I was like, this isn't worth $50 to me. She's like, then she's hitting me up with questions. She's like, my dad wants to know this. I was like, tell your dad, come by, look at it.
Take it
Take
away.
it away. He comes by. I was busy. I wasn't even there. He looked at it. He starts texting me. I was like, do you like it? He's like, yeah. I was like, I'm going to bring it to your house tomorrow. So I just like immediately took it
Done.
over there and was like, dropped it off. I was like,
Did you just give it away, or did you?
I just gave it away.
Oh, he didn't.
He didn't offer, but I had told her anyway. I was like, I was down to
Right.
give it away. I just didn't want to. I've tried giving stuff away and even selling stuff for cheap on Facebook, and people just, oh, I want it. Like, I literally have a pair of $10 kids roller skates that I paid like $100 for. That's the same dude that hit me up over years saying I want it, and I would leave it on the porch and he wouldn't come get it. And then finally I'm like, I'm just going to throw these in the trash.
It's funny you're talking about this because last night I was hanging out with the White Knight, and he was telling me about the on the snowboard, the bindings.
Yeah.
He was about the back and forth you guys had behind.
Yeah,
because he bought them and then he bought them back from.
Yeah. I bought a pair of bindings and never went snowboarding, and then he bought them back.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You just stored them.
Yeah, exactly.
Works great.
But like, yeah, marketplace is insane. Like, and I don't understand, like, what's the point of the bots that are into this shit?
I got so many.
I know the points of the bots.
What's the point?
They're like,
They
I
want
don't
your-
know who I'm dealing with, so I'm going to send you a text and input this number, and then they get access to your phone, and then your phone is now.
So it's all a hacking.
It's all hacking.
Oh, okay.
Well, I got crushed with stuff. And I was shocked at the sob stories. Like I was asking,
and you see it on the sales side, because I'll randomly search for cars or something, and it's not just your average everyday Joe selling a set of tires or a car.
there's
It's like,
dealerships that
there's
post on-
dealerships
yeah.
and shit on there now.
So that actually ended up working in my favor. The people who bought my car were like, we're so tired of dealing with the dealerships.
Yeah.
Like we just wanted to talk to somebody. I was like, all right, sweet. But
Yeah.
But not too much.
I was blown away at how many people started crawling out the woodwork with like literally 50% offers. That seemed to be the number.
Yeah.
Whatever you listed for, they come in at 50% that, seeing what they can get. But the stories I heard, I was like, man, there was one guy,
What was your price point?
$6,000.
Oh, so $5,000 is like this. It is a level. So maybe with inflation, maybe it's $6,000. Like $5,000 cars, you can sell. Like
Yeah.
even if it's a $2,000 car, if you're asking $5,000 or less, not only will it sell very quickly, but also you get everything I anticipate you're getting ready to say.
So many instant availables. And then one guy reached out to me. He's like, look, I'm on a fixed income. I have $3,400. I'm 61 years old. I've never had a car. This will be my first car. And my birthday is on Monday.
Oh, my God.
Please make me a happy birthday.
And that guy's 38 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Birthday
shows
is in
up.
July.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had another dude said,
Sitting on $10K in cash.
Right.
I had another dude, I'll show up at your house with $3,000 right now.
Yeah.
I've got twin daughters.
I like how they act like they're doing you a favor.
Right.
I'll show up and pay half right now. Oh, you do that for me?
I
That's
will
very
give you
kind.
cash. What were you going to give me if you weren't going to give me cash? What were you
Yeah.
going to give me?
We're
Because
dealing
I
with
have
the-
all these doubloons I'm just sitting on.
Actually, gold doubloons would have been dope. But yeah, this dude had twin daughters, and he'd already bought the exact car that I was selling
Oh, what
for
a
one of his
coincidence.
daughters.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
And he
nice.
wanted-
I'm going to use that.
He wanted to make sure that his other twin daughter
Had the same thing.
had the
Yeah.
same car so that they don't feel bad.
That is brilliant.
So he's like,
That is
I've
pretty
got
smart.
$3,000. I'd like to come get it. And I was like, damn, that actually kind of would like to see these.
that's
twin-
awesome.
You know,
You
Bring the hearts
bring
bring
the
your
other
twin
one
daughters.
here.
Yeah.
I want to see your daughters.
And I want you to come in the other infinity.
Oh, Jesus, Stuart.
I wouldn't do it in mine. Lower the resale value.
Let me tell you what's wrong with this car.
What does Brennan's car smell like?
We had
Yeah.
a thing where
Your
the-
dad thinks you're worth $3,000. Sorry, go ahead.
we had a thing where we found my wife found a boat, and it was like the boat was a deal, right? And I sent my uncle the link. And he's like, "That's obviously a hoax." I was like, "Thank you." I was making sure, but it was like, I'm in the military. I'm
Oh,
leaving
yeah.
this weekend. I just got to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh, whenever they leave with the military
Oh, yeah.
or they're overseas, and I'll
Yep.
Venmo you this. Just make
Yeah.
sure it's the same account.
I'm going to pay you $1,000 more than you're asking.
exactly.
Done.
Piqued my interest.
Yes.
So you were hearing just all sorts of lies.
Oh, dude, so many. And I have fallen for those before.
Is there one better than the twin daughters?
That's pretty good.
That's all. I've never heard that.
I love that
Tug
because
on
the
your-
probability of you finding that make and model of that Infinity is kind of weird. Like,
Yeah, I know. I thought
and
that
what was your game plan, Dad? You were gonna
Right.
buy the first one and hope and wait till you found the second one. Like,
And it just happened. This one popped
it
up.
just so happened.
No, I thought that was the best one. I liked the guy whose 61st birthday. I've never had a car. I want a fixed income. Like, this is what I can offer. But it seemed
You made it 61 years. Fuck it. Why do you need a car now?
Why drive?
Yeah.
You don't want this one. You don't want your first car to be this. But there was,
You're 61, your first accident, you kill yourself.
but it was like bloop 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 $3,000 cash offer, $3,000, like those just kept coming in, and then the is it available, which I have learned is it available elicits zero response.
Right.
I'd be like,
So if you say yes,
it is available. Do you have any questions about the car? Crickets.
So what's the
No,
end
but
game there?
you're supposed to. I know you're supposed to say in your post though, if you see this, it's available.
Yes, but I always thought
I
those
always
people are
laugh at those
douches.
because I'm like, yeah, obviously I saw.
But
it. So it's
obviously,
available.
people. But that's just a funny thing though. If it's still posted, why are you
No,
asking?
all the time I've been like, that's so douchey to do that. And now that I've been through the gauntlet, I'm like,
right.
oh, I totally get it.
Yeah.
I've
You
had
should
people hit
absolutely
me
say
back on year-old posts like for bats that I've sold.
Oh, really?
That say
Damn.
sold, and I'm like, all right, I've got to remove this whole listing. Like, it's why is it even popping up? Like,
That's
it shouldn't
the
even
bot.
be available.
That's probably the bot. No.
I don't know. I got it. And then there were a lot of people. There was one dude who's
You
like,
can find some deals on Facebook Marketplace, but gosh, you pay a price. Like you're paying, like you're taking a hit.
I had one dude hit me up and he's like, I'll give you $5,000 cash, which I was like, okay, that's actually my number. Like that's my
Yeah.
low number. And he was like, the problem is I got to get a truck because I want to come out and get it. And I don't want to try, like I want to get
Yeah.
a truck. And he's like, do you think it'll be sold by 3:00? I'll let you know by 3. And I was like, nah, I've got one dude coming in at night who wanted to drive in from Virginia Beach at night the next day to look at it. And someone else who was like, I had people, but none of them were coming before 3:00.
Oh.
So I was like, no, I think you're good. Like, find that truck. Well, in that little bit of time, this dude's like, I'm coming down there.
Now,
I'm bringing the crew. And I'm like, I don't even know what this means.
I don't
am
like that.
Yeah. So him, I was like, yeah, you can meet me over here at this Shell
Right.
station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Stuart's house.
So
I got this dog doesn't like leather. I'm gonna take it with me.
So I had listed all the problems on this car. And then this huge rainstorm came in the night before. And I'll be damned if I didn't wake up and there was water like in the car.
Where's the leak?
And I'm like, holy shit.
That's
like,
a new one?
The car leaks now? I was like, this sucks. So I'm out here shop vacuuming in like 20-degree weather, like trying to pull ice through a shop vac out of the car, like sucking it all up. And I get the thing like completely like dried out.
Ish.
But I've had experience with leaks, and it almost always comes from the sunroof. And there's these 2 drain ports in every sunroof. And those things, if you get debris in them, they clog up.
Yeah.
And there's a back, like when it backs up, then it can kind of back into the cabin. And I'm like, that's exactly what happened here. So I went up to Home Depot and I bought some like electrical wire. The guy's like, oh, what do you need electrical wire for? And I'm like, to poke out a sunroof hole. The guy's like, wait, what? And I was like, just find me the electrical wire. I can do this. He's like, I'm an electrical guy. I was like, yeah, that's not what it's for. And I explained it to him. And this old guy
That
goes,
can't be the first time he's heard that.
no, he goes, oh, okay, yeah, you're actually looking for a 12 gauge and you do the 12
Okay,
gauge
good,
wire.
good.
And you don't want the stranded wire. You want the solid wire. I was like,
That's solid.
it was like, okay, so you actually know exactly what I'm doing. He's like, yeah, unfortunately, it's in these like 3 bundles. You just got to tear one out. He's like, how long's the run?
Wow.
Let's call it 15 feet. Like get through the A pillars, get down through the engine. Because there's another way to do this. There's a plug in the engine bay that you can drill a hole in. Because when it backfills, when it gets to a clog, it'll backfill and go down to where that is. And then that plug, it can either go out into the engine bay or it can go back into the car. Those are the two options it has. Now, if you have it come out into the engine bay, you fix the problem, except you're now pooling water right by the battery and all the electrical, and you're just creating a future gremlin.
Right.
So it's like, I don't want to do this. So I literally get the wire and I like fish it all the way through and I like poke out the end of it. And I'm like, okay, I have cleared the debris. I think I've solved the problem.
Brendan is solving first
That's
world
right.
problems.
Yeah.
All right, we can
On
shut off
his-
the podcast right now.
On his 5th car.
But I've done this before. I have fixed all these. So then I'm like showing these people the car that I know I've been sucking water out of all day. I'm feeling awkward as shit about this whole thing. But this dude shows up. He's a retired guy. He's buying it for his wife. He brings his 2 kids.
Jeez.
And they're like
Buying it for his mom, right?
buying it for his wife.
Oh, I thought it was for mom.
Yeah, mom as in the mom of
yeah,
the 2
yeah,
the 2
I
dudes
got
who are
you
like
now.
our age.
Yeah.
Who are there like looking at the car and they're going through everything with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, here's the rust, here's this, here's that.
Don't mind the shop vac sitting 20 feet away.
What was it worth without the rust?
I don't know because I looked at it in just good condition. I could get around that amount. And I think that car is in good condition if you take out of the factor all the things that suck. But good, there's excellent. You know, there's very good, there's good.
Yeah.
And then it goes down. So like good is like the middle.
Right.
And I'm like, it is in good condition. It
runs.
runs
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
If you know how to deal with all the gremlins.
Turns out this dude has a lift at his house. When he retired, the first thing he did, put a lift in. He bought a 1951 Ford pickup truck, put it on airbags, put a 400cc. I was like, okay.
Is this Ely?
Yeah.
Basically.
So is this a 61-year-old on fixed income?
No.
No.
All right. So,
No.
so if you don't mind, what was the story he gave you before you agreed to meet with him?
This dude's story was, I'd like to look at your car.
Okay.
I was like, oh, this is reasonable. Do you have any
Yeah.
questions? He goes, nah, they'll all be answered when I see your car.
Oh,
I feel like in today's world, if you
Okay.
buy a car $5,000-$6,000 and less, you're kind of buying the equivalent of what we know as the $1,500 car.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're not expecting perfection.
If you get a
shouldn't
year
be.
out of
you
it,
shouldn't be.
You should be happy.
Yeah.
Well, I ran into the one of the sons.
But a lot of people do expect, like, they'll show up and look at a used car and they'll be like, why is there a scratch on the side? Like, bitch, this bitch is 14 years old. Like,
Right.
it's got 148,000 miles on it. Like,
Yeah. No, and they do that. They go,
Yeah.
Dent here. Like he was looking at it and he goes, well, I'm going to need to do this and do this and do this to make it pass inspection. And I'm like, inspection's not even a month old. Like
Yeah.
I just passed inspection. So he was trying to bring
Yeah.
like chisel away at the price.
Yeah.
The dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're doing the dance and I'm
Yep.
like, I'm staring at the inspection sticker like, bro, it's passed.
Yeah.
Like we're good to go.
You got
How far
10, 11
did he
months.
drive from?
like Virginia Beach area?
Dude, he was gonna leave with your car.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Apparently not.
What?
This mom has been dragging the whole family around.
Holy cow!
They've been looking at car after car after car, but she fell in love. Thank goodness. But then he was like, look, man, I'm gonna need to borrow your plates, which is always a big no. But I'm like,
You keep one.
I was like,
You keep one.
well, I was like, you go ahead, take. I trust you guys. They drove
Can't
off.
you just? Well, I guess not.
Just
to Virginia
report it
Beach.
stolen as soon as they leave.
Can't
This
you
is so
like-
much fun.
I guess not to Virginia Beach, but like I just drive home without plates. Like,
Well, so
and
every-
if I got pulled,
every
I'd be
time
like, I
I've-
just bought this thing.
Every time I've sold a shit ton of cars, and every time I take one plate, and it's like when you get it registered, send me the other one, because that way
And
at
they
least I
never
can,
do.
They do.
Oh, wow.
I haven't had any issues with
Yeah,
it.
you
but-
really only need the rear one.
Well, right, to drive, just
Yeah.
because your odds are that we're not going to pull you for that's a secondary offense. Not going to pull you
Yeah.
for having a no front plate, but keep one in the front plate,
Okay.
because that way you can say, look, here it is. I can go to DV and this is my car. I already sold it, and whatever they're doing.
I like the
Disregard.
stolen idea.
Stolen idea is nice. Then you get your car back.
Yeah.
Already got your cash, bitch.
Never seen this guy. What are you talking about?
That's why I only ask for cash.
That's right.
And I'll
That's
always
right.
report it stolen.
Yep.
Did you get
Yeah.
anybody offering you? I want to buy your car, but can you take a payment plan?
I did.
Yeah,
Did.
that's always out there. I have seen that so many
Yeah.
times. Is like,
I did. She was like, "Are you a dealership?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Well, will you finance it?" Oof. I was like, "I don't think I want to deal with you."
$6,000 down, I will finance it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no shit. I don't know. That could have been my opportunity to do some predatory, pricing there. Be like,
40% interest.
After 5 months, then you report it stolen. Made a few dollars,
Yeah.
get the car back.
nice. I like that. Could have done that.
Oh,
But yeah,
God.
apparently they're very happy with the car because I saw the dude like much later after multiple storms and a snowstorm. So like if
Yeah.
there was going to be any,
Yeah.
I know I got it because I felt when I put the thing through, I felt like the thunk.
Release.
And I was like, oh, there it is, like jam, 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 and then it was like pop, and then it pushed out the bottom.
We're still
It was all,
talking about
like,
cars,
like
right?
Muddy. No, what are we? Wait, what?
Huh?
So I hit the mud.
Well, let me back up. So the guy from Virginia Beach did, in fact, buy your car,
Yes,
which
and-
is what we predicted before we knew that.
Yeah.
The guy that drove 2 hours
right.
Yeah.
is not.
I'm not leaving.
He's gonna. Let me just guess. He offered you $5,000.
he offered me 5,200, and I just took it. I
Right.
didn't even argue.
yeah.
Right. He was like, we're gonna buy this. Hey, honey, we're gonna buy this for $6,000, but I'm gonna offer him $5,000.
Yeah.
And if he takes it for anything less than 6, we won.
Yeah.
And if we have to pay the 6,
He probably was like-
because I'm not
And he's
calling
also-
our 2 kids around anymore after today.
No, he's like, we drove 2 hours. I'm not driving home back with you.
He's like, he's like,
I don't listen to you again.
he's asking 6. If I get it for 5,500, I've won.
Right.
So he came at you with 52, thinking you go, how about 58?
And anyone
he's
that
like,
lists anything for $6,000 is gonna take 5,500.
yeah,
Of course.
yeah,
But I had a $5,000
Offer?
deal on the table, cash offer. The dude who's going to come with the truck, and then he's hitting me up,
Yeah.
like as I'm sitting here selling it, and he's like, "My $5,000 still good. Got the truck," and I'm like,
Oh, you had to tell him?
and I'm like, I'm literally showing it right now, and then they took it, and I was like, $200.
Yeah.
Like they came
It's
in
different.
over
Yeah,
your
yeah.
offer, so. What can I do?
That's why if you're a used car dealership, you can't have a conscience.
Yeah, it
No,
felt
to be successful, yeah, you got to sell turds
Yeah.
knowing.
But I was so hard up that when this dude was saying he was going to get a truck, I was like, I was literally about to text him, how about I drive the car out to you?
Yeah.
You test drive it. And then if you like it, you drive me home.
Yeah.
And we'll just do it that way. Like and then in that moment where I'm noodling this idea around in my head,
Because
I
where
get
was
that-
he coming from?
just 30 minutes away.
Oh, yeah, that's not
Dude,
bad.
that's how I the Monte Carlo. I bought it for $4,000, sold it 4 years later for $4,000. The guy when I put it out for sale, guy flew in from Atlanta. I picked him up in the Monte Carlo at the airport, drove myself home with him as he drove it.
Yeah.
To test drive it.
Yeah, there you go.
And then he bought
Then he
it
raped
cash
you and took the car.
yeah. And then I was like, are you,
Best day of my life.
I was like, do you are you going to ask the guy? I said, are you going to spend the night? Are you staying here? You're from Atlanta. He's like,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm a truck driver. I'm going to drive home now. I was like, all right.
In an old ass Monte Carlo. Good luck.
See
These
you
weren't
later.
reliable new.
Was that your 80s Monte Carlo?
Yeah, the 86.
When you
Wow.
had that
So
jacket,
he was really looking for a specific.
Yeah, and what's crazy is if I had
That car's worth so much money right now.
any square body that's like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably, if I'd have kept it and just had it, it'd probably sell for 15 to 20 now, easily.
25 with that jacket.
That's not included. That's not included. Wait, this is a different podcast.
Yeah, which jacket are you talking about?
We're not wearing the same clothes.
Hey,
What are you talking about?
Thank you, Stu.
Hey.
Literally.
Don't jump the shark now. Come on.
That's hilarious.
Can't win for losing.
No, that's what you get. You should put that jacket on Facebook Marketplace.
Catch you later at Al's.
Just
Yeah.
get to meet people.
Just
I got a chick from Facebook Marketplace.
What's mouth up
I
to?
bought a
Yeah.
door from, and she still chats with me every so
Oh,
often.
really?
Yikes.
How's that door?
she's a single door mom.
She's like
Yeah.
a 70-year-old lady who came in from New York and like she lives in this big house out in the country, and it was the
Hey.
perfect Christmas gift for my wife. Like
She
it's an
needs
antique
friends.
door. Yeah, and she's like,
Wait, the perfect Christmas gift was a door?
my wife. A long time ago. Did we talk about this on the podcast?
We did talk about you getting a door right before Christmas because it was out here.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because it was sitting right here. It's an antique door that's decoration. It doesn't actually. It's never installed in
It's
anything.
not doing door things.
It just looks good
On
because
the
it's
wall.
antiqued and it just kind of hangs out on the screen.
I have one of those.
Looks good.
Wives.
Yeah.
It's awful.
You could use it as if you ever do a sliding door. It'd be good.
That's what I said.
But this lady's like
I would assume
hitting me
both
up.
your wives have a lot of signage in the house that says
No,
like, eat,
we are
pray, love,
we
and
are
shit.
against all of that.
Oh, that's good.
Pray love. We got the
Well, not to let the cat out of the bag, but my fiance loves all that shit.
Yeah.
You got to train her.
It's a safe bet. Most women like that.
There's tons. I mean, I like some of it, but like, there's tons of those signs.
We have
Y'all have
access
the-
to my in-laws' lake cabin, and everything is like, life's better at the lake.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Who fired the maid? And you're like, oh my God, for the love of God,
That comes.
get rid of all this shit.
That does come with waterfront property.
Yeah. No,
Like my wife's not into those things, but we definitely have like life's better at the lake. You know,
well,
like
I take it back. Like, it's all in the one Florida room. Like, because we got the shelf up top, and there's all the little, I've only had one beer in dog years.
Yeah.
Or like the
Hate
Dave's
that.
getting
That's
sick
the
over here.
worst. Anyone that's listening to this, throw that shit out immediately. Don't even put it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
because
set
no
it
one will
on
buy
fire.
it.
Yeah.
It does make good
Kindling?
fire pit wood.
Yeah.
Yes, because they're all made out of wood.
Yeah.
and they're all antiqued.
We have that in my office at work now, like bunch like teamwork, blah blah. Like
the poster that says,
it's
Well,
like their
motivation
their walls,
is a little different.
still corny.
yeah,
it's
still
still
corny.
corny.
Well,
Like no one reads that and go, "You're right.
yeah.
We could do so much better."
I've been here for 10 years. We're doing horrible. This
Yeah.
poster's made everything better.
I had a buddy back when I was in
These
my
are like wall stickers.
yeah.
I had a buddy in my 20s. He was a pharmaceutical sales rep, and he would write his own motivational posts on
like
a Post-it
quotes?
note and
Yeah.
put it on his sun visor. I was like, "What is wrong with you?" And now, 30 years later, people fucking buy that shit and put
Yeah,
it in their
yeah,
house.
yeah,
And it makes me crazy.
Yeah.
He was ahead of the curve.
Well, but all of that stuff is like from real estate, sit abouts. You got to get rid of all of that shit when you're trying
Yeah.
to sell. Yeah, get rid of your personal stuff, get rid of the pictures, and like try and declutter as much as possible. So
I've
it
always
looks.
loved that about real estate. They're like, make your house look like no motherfucker lives in here.
Oh, yeah.
That'll sell it.
But don't be vacant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's a fine line.
I mean,
can't have
reality of it
anything
is you
personable.
should be able to like. Reality is you should be able to see a house the way it's lived in. Like you're going to move in. Granted, you're going to have different furniture, but this is what happens when you
My
have 4
house-
kids or 4 people living in your house.
Exactly.
Like, boom.
That's the second time in a week I've heard Stuart say that. He came over to our house with his girlfriend, and we were not prepared for guests.
Yeah.
So we had the
Shit everywhere.
drying dishes and
Yeah.
the dirty dishes, and Stuart's like, this is exactly right. It looks like your house is lived in. I'm like, I don't think that's working with my wife right now.
It'll sell in a heartbeat.
The house that the house I lived in was completely empty, not a fucking thing in it. And the real estate agent was like, "Oh, that's not good." I was like, "Fuck yeah, this looks like a brand new house to me," even though it was 40 years old at the
Right.
time. I'm like,
I tend to be,
This looks
but
brand
where the
fucking
rarity,
new.
because you see the potential. Most people, I think, have a
who
really
can't see
short.
the fucking couch goes against that wall?
No,
Like,
They don't
No.
have a lot of imagination.
Yeah,
though.
Brendan's
they
got
need
a
to
point.
see, like, oh, okay, this is a family room.
You got like a weird room off the bedroom, and people are like, I don't even know what you do with this. But then someone puts this chaise lounge and
Yeah.
whatever, and everyone's like, oh, that is. And
What's
boom.
this room? It's got a fridge and an oven in. What
But
could I
you
possibly
are
do
the
in that?
anomaly because you have to play to the lowest common denominator when selling a home.
Right.
So you need to
Your
put the-
IQ's above 100.
Yeah, but like,
But
there's
the
actually
person you're
people
buying,
that's,
like,
like,
who's buying your
not
house is a
above
moron.
100.
people
Yeah.
that stage houses with like fake fucking TVs and stuff. I'm like, you like, are people that stupid? And the answer is yes.
Yes.
Yes. No. Okay. So yeah, we're
They
on the same page.
they put is this available on Brennan's listings?
Oh, it's so frustrating.
Post I just posted, yes, it's available.
Yeah, 30 seconds ago. Yeah, it's here. It's here. Mileage hasn't gone up either.
No, I just like to
Jackass.
post things
Still
I'm not
sitting
really
here.
selling.
Yeah, got you, bitch. Actually, all I have for sale is a banana.
Yeah.
But you can come look at the car that's not here. Would you like this banana?
Yeah. That's my get rich quick scheme.
Brilliant. My wife just got rid of some like milk on a buy nothing page on Facebook. I thought that was the weirdest damn
That-
thing.
Like
What?
old-
This is very
what
weird.
kind of milk?
Like it was just
Breast milk?
no.
That
That
makes
costs
sense.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
No, it was cinnamon toast crunch milk. Like my daughter didn't like it, but there were like a bunch of like these milks.
Oh, like individually packaged?
Yeah, so she was just
Like a juice box size?
a little bit bigger, but yeah,
okay.
it was like, hey, you want these milks? And like someone came by and I was like, isn't it weird that people come get food like off the front porch of
Was she
someone's
like,
house?
all these people are like, is it available?
I mean, how
can you
much-
send me
yeah.
a gift card?
Well, like, how much does it cost? And do I want to go to some stranger's house to get some
That's what I'm
fucking
saying,
milk
it's a
as
little
opposed
weird.
to just buy that shit next time I'm there?
But she does this all the time. Like she has a very high tolerance for people's bullshit. And she's
I do not
constantly-
believe that for 1 second.
I know. No. It doesn't make any sense.
Are you,
You got a second wife I don't know about?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I found
The
her
one
on,
I know?
I found her on Facebook
one?
Marketplace.
Buy nothing.
Yeah. I just showed up. Some dude had her sitting on the front porch. I'm like, I'm done with this.
Well, I mean, it's really no different than frozen to fresh.
Yeah, except
No,
that
it's
this is
on
like
your porch.
Yeah.
No, but I
It's
mean,
way
but like
different.
you
Strangers
got
are coming to your fucking
Did
house.
your parents not check your Halloween candy when you were a kid?
That's what, and that was my. I
Not
was like,
until
isn't that a
later.
little weird to get like food off of some? She was like, no, I do this all the time. I didn't realize how often she was pulling this shit.
Oh.
Like something starts getting close to expiration. She's
So
like,
is she just selling it for cost, or
No,
is
no,
she
there's
selling
no,
it for?
there's no
Giving it
cost.
away.
It's just
Oh,
like
just giving away.
I don't want to throw it out.
Ah.
I mean,
like-
I understand that.
Well,
I hate
if you're
waste
giving
too,
it
but,
away,
like,
yeah.
Me too. But it's just weird, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to go get my milk off someone's porch.
even though that's how all milk was back in the day.
Yeah, delivered.
Boom.
But you had a guy wearing all
Mind
white.
blown.
Yeah, banging out
delivering
your
it.
mom.
That's
Wait, what?
different.
Okay. Banging out your mom. Is that what you just said?
Dude,
Yeah,
That's the joke, right?
not to me.
I bet you. I bet
that
you.
shit's not funny.
Not to me. Don't talk about my dad.
Dude,
I do
I bet
forget.
you the milkman.
Crushed.
Oh,
Crushed
you
it.
know it.
He crushed.
I've seen a lot of videos where
That's right.
it's the
Yeah. This
cable
was-
man.
If I had a phone,
Before people got stuck in dryers,
You had
for
a
sure.
if I had a phone, I'd watch all that shit. I can't wait to watch the milkman deliver.
No, but
Been
I mean,
a
like
long
the.
time.
I'm
The milkman comes twice. It's
gotta happen.
What?
Boom.
You got to think like 30 years from now, people are going to be like, those pizza delivery guys got laid on every run.
Yeah. Yeah. Every teenager is going to want to deliver pizza.
Oh, jeez.
Uber Eats, you can get almost anything delivered.
This is the 20th pizza I've delivered. I haven't got my dick sucked once. What a bunch of
Job
bullshit.
sucks.
I'm suing,
work for
I'm suing
Chipotle.
Papa John.
Their hiring campaign was false.
Yeah.
So does that really happen? We're like, nah, yeah, come on
Yeah,
board.
sure.
So, real quick, I got to tell you. Speaking of cars and selling cars, I bought my daughter when she turned 16.
How much she cost?
A car.
Picked her up on the porch.
Her IOU
Bought
is
my
way
daughter.
too much. But no, so I went up to this dealership in Stafford, buy this used car, and I went up there and it was a great deal. The car's 10 years old and it's only got 60,000 miles on it. And I get up there and I look at the front bumper and there's a deck screw in the right side of the front bumper. I'm like
Holding it together?
holding the bumper on.
It's OEM.
But deck screws, they don't corrode.
Yeah.
Could be
So
old people.
they were asking 11 grand for this car.
Maybe they hit it
And I
down.
was like, "Did you see? Did you see this?" And the guy was like, "Oh shit, no,
You
didn't
caught
see
us.
the like. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't an accident, but you could tell like
We
somebody,
already went to Home Depot and got the 12 gauge wire. This motherfucker's pointing out the deck screw.
Did everything right.
But it was like somebody had turned the wheel and kind of backed up and they pulled the bumper off. And you
Yeah.
could tell that the clips weren't working, and so they literally had just taken a deck screw right to the just forward of the tire,
Just drilled it
right in, and it's sitting right there. And it's like the car's been on your lot for a month.
If it
I
works,
know-
it works.
And they're like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Well, that's
Did
at
you
least."
say,
I
is
said,
it
"That's at
still
least
available?"
$2,000." Yeah, did you do finance?
Yeah.
No, I was like, "That's $2,000 for a fucking new bumper." So they cut me the deal. Got the car for $9,000.
I'd charge you more. That's
I love
aftermarket.
Stu Math. He goes, $2,000
Yeah.
to remove a deck screw and put in a plastic clip.
Well,
and
yeah.
the dude goes, "You're right."
No, you have to replace the whole bumper, and you got to paint it,
got
and you
a
got to
giant
blend it,
hole in it.
the whole 9 yards to hold it on. And so I was like, "I'll give you $9,000 for the car." And so the guy took it. Fast forward,
He wanted
I paid
$5,200.
like $800 to put a brand new bumper on the damn thing. I knew
That's
I
on
knew-
you.
Yeah, I know. It was on me.
I would have left the deck screw.
Yeah, the deck screw is working.
No, because when you started going over 55 miles an hour, it would, start flapping in the wind because it was deck screws.
Your 16-year-old daughter's going to wreck that thing immediately anyway.
Yes.
Why are you taking them?
I'm-
you're taking my thunder.
Didn't mean to step on your story. I thought everybody knew that's how that story ended.
I've taken it over to the English Body Works, and I've known Johnny for like 30 years. He hooks me up, pay $800 for a brand new bumper, the whole 9 yards,
And then what happened?
and then
His daughter drove into a
she's
deck
out at her.
screw.
She's out at her.
She took my back deck out playing
So
one day.
her mom's house has a 1.5 mile driveway on 100 acres, and she's driving 30 miles an hour in a deer. Boom, right in the side of it. And it's the exact same, like the damage caused. I was like, I just went over to Johnny and
Get the
said,
deck
I went
screws.
back and I said, "Johnny, you know that last bill? Just redo it again." I was like, "I've replaced this bumper twice on this 10-year-old Hyundai Elantra."
So last month I was sitting in my easy chair watching something that didn't matter, and I heard
And
this.
enjoying your Prius in the driveway.
I heard this boom, and looked out my window, and there was a car accident right in front of my house. I'm like, what the heck?
That's weird.
And long story short, there was a car parked on the side of the road, and we're in a very similar neighborhood.
Yeah.
Wide thoroughfares are supposed to be 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
People are go 45 through there.
But you can park on the side of the street because it's wide
You can
enough.
park on the side of
Yeah.
the street, and this F-150 hit a parked car with enough force to rip its wheel off.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
that's a good shot.
Ripped
Yeah.
his wheel off and then skidded to like sparks flying under his car. No one's in the parked car, and my whole point is that guy was like, "A deer jumped in front of my car."
Yeah, that's the move. That's
and
the
we're
move.
like, okay, so say a deer jumped in front of your car. Why did you swerve into a parked car?
Yeah.
Well, because when the
With
deer
enough
hit my car, he
force-
shot a
No,
bottle
no.
of bourbon into my mouth. All of a sudden, I was all slowed down.
Well, so my next door neighbor, whose house it actually happened in front of, is a criminal defense attorney. And he said, "Oh, well, when you say a deer jumped in front, you can pretty much do whatever you want."
Yeah.
And there's a Virginia court case. It's like if a deer jumps in front of your car, you're free.
Yeah.
Don't be drunk.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Can we chalk this up as a brilliant first vote excuse? If you do something stupid, a deer jumped out in front of my car,
Yeah.
and this is fairly bulletproof?
Well, what really happened?
Sir, you were in the city and you were driving through a playground.
What I will allege.
It wasn't my fault the deer jumped out.
What
Okay. Have a nice day.
What I will surmise based on my experience in that neighborhood And with the force of that impact, that dude was going 40.
Yes.
Looking at his phone.
Yes.
Not because no one parks. It was a Christmas party. So
In his defense, a pop-up ad of a deer jumped up on his phone. He panicked and he swerved.
I've heard people in that neighborhood park in the middle of other people's yards during Christmas parties.
I've heard such
Yeah, that could happen. But
yeah,
that's a different neighborhood.
This guy was looking at his phone and fucking ran into a.
Yeah.
There were no skid marks, no
No.
analog braking. He just nailed that thing. But the first world problem is, if you're in that situation, you go, a deer jumped in front of you, you swerved into the car. Because that makes the most sense.
Well, you don't
And
want
you're
to
not
kill
gonna-
the deer. People swerve around
And you're not gonna
squirrels
get a
and
ticket.
shit, dude. Like,
Not gonna
people
get
are
a ticket.
stupid.
Yeah, no, the deer excuse has been one that I have heard many a time.
Yeah.
And I've never heard anybody actually get dinged for
Yep.
it. Like, you can't disprove that a deer ran
Right.
out.
Yep.
And
Usually when deer jump in front of you, you hit that deer. Like,
Right.
there is no, like...
You jump on your
Yeah.
brake, you freeze up,
Yeah.
and you don't swerve.
yeah.
And you slam on the brakes,
And you still hit the
and you
deer.
still hit the deer.
Yeah.
You don't go, oh look, a deer, and there's a car parked on the side of the. Let me hit the fucking
Yeah.
parked car.
Yeah.
we saved a deer.
Well, no,
to
because
save the deer.
they actually tell you, which is the hardest thing in the world to do. They say if you think you're going to hit a deer, don't brake.
Yes.
You're supposed to just keep it so that because when you hit the brakes, your car nosedives, and the deer odds are they're going to come through the windshield. If you don't hit the brakes, you
why I
clip it,
speed
it goes
up.
right
If
over.
you accelerate, the nose comes up and you're even
Yeah.
safer.
But
Yeah,
it's
or the deer-
It's a modern F-150, which is
Yeah.
like 6 feet off the ground. The hood,
Yeah.
6 feet off.
Yeah,
the
he
ground.
should have been
But
like,
you should have
wasn't
seen
gonna
this
do it.
deer.
Yeah. The
Monster.
deer was angry. Had a
This
gun.
deer identified as a moose.
yeah, a moose. Have you seen the mooses around here?
Yeah, you can't tell me he's not a moose. He
wasn't
said he
gonna-
was a moose.
I was gonna die if I did not swerve into that parked car.
Yeah.
Dude, I was in a car once, and we're
He was going to kick me to death.
We were driving down a road, and a deer jumped out of the woods, and I mean literally dove and slammed into the side of the car. So I was looking out the window, and I watched the deer jump and go smash into my window and fall to the like just spin off. I was like, "What kind of a moron!"
You
Like I
didn't hit the deer hit you.
No, the deer literally
Oh, I had the
hit
same.
us.
I had a Ford LTD, 88 Ford LTD. I was driving down Huguenot Springs Road, and I was doing about 45 miles an hour, and a deer came out, and he hit the right rear quarter panel.
Yeah, he jumped into the car.
He jumped in the rear of the car, and the next thing I knew, I'm fishtailing, putting the brakes on, ended up facing backwards.
Yeah.
Got to watch him slowly die.
They always limp off. You never see where they don't just.
No, they go onto the field and die.
Yeah.
Between the 88 Ford LTD and that leather jacket, I'm not convinced Stuart was not a pimp at one point in his life.
Dude, that cop car and had a V8.
I've known
It
Stu
was
a
super
long time.
fast.
He's never been a pimp.
Thanks, Brendan. Appreciate you coming to my fence.
I literally, if you take it literally, then I just helped you out. I just
Stuart's
said
like,
that you never
sometimes you
committed
gotta
a
smack
crime.
a deer.
If you take it, for what the word means in
Green
street,
is for the money.
then yeah,
Gold is for the hunt.
you were never a stud. However you want to
Yeah.
break it down. Either way, you never been a pimp.
Jesus.
Legally, I'm helping him.
Yeah.
As far as hierarchy and the status,
You'd be right.
he's going down a step.
Can you be right on both counts?
I think I would.
Oh, okay.
I think I would.
Asking for a friend.
Just here for your entertainment.
Nope.
Yeah, that doesn't check out. The deli time?
I have a handful of beers.
Oh, snap.
So what we have here,
This is a stretch.
this is the limited edition Primetime Beers Variety
Prime
Pack.
time. Oh, I
Put
get
together for the Super Bowl. We have
it. Oh, there's three new beers
the
in this
Sam
pack.
Adams Red Zone Lager.
Why do we? I need like Monday Night Football music
How
in the
is
background.
How
We
is,
have the Sam Adams Breakaway Blonde Ale.
How is Red Zone
Postseason
not trademarked?
IPA.
And the postseason IPA. Also the Cold Snap that we decided last week.
Last week. That was a week ago we
was
did
just
that.
a fairly good beer.
Which is not listed as new.
So what's yeah?
That's exactly
yeah,
right.
You see that on the side of the box? They're all new except for the cold.
Oh, yeah,
snap.
no. This is their Super Bowl 12 pack, and we are going to find out if it's worth buying their Super Bowl 12 pack for your Super Bowl party.
Should we do 3 cups and pour them out, or do you want to do?
Yeah,
everybody
whatever
get
it takes.
I'm not trying to
I
drink
say-
3 whole beers at once.
No, we can't.
All 3 beers.
Here's a Red Zone Lager. I'm
Let's
pulling
do
these
one
out.
at a time so we don't waste a bunch of cups.
A postseason IPA
Which one we doing first?
and a Breakaway Blonde Ale.
Y'all need cups?
Yeah, give me 2 cups. Now.
We'll just do
Are you
one.
gonna- you
We'll
got a
do
cup,
one
right?
at
I
a
think
time.
we all just need one cup, and then we just
Yeah.
pour it in.
I need a
Test
fresh cup.
Your fresh cup.
All of us need a Fresco.
What the hell was that?
Dave just fell out of his
I
chair.
fell
It's
off my
okay.
chair.
Could I have my Rock Dingo bottle opener?
Here's another cup.
The Rock Dingo Woodcraft bottle opener is dope. And Troy, shout out to your son. I know he doesn't listen, but I saw he made a version of this.
He did.
And he like hand etched it.
Yeah, he
And
got
that
a
came
wood
out-
burner and etched it all up,
So
man.
Rock Dingo totally inspired your son when he saw the bottle opener come home to actually get into woodcraft.
I'll have to send him the picture.
You should. Like,
Yeah.
he literally inspired your son. I think that's super cool. All right, let's start with the Red Zone Lager. We're in the red zone. That was my whole. That was the whole thing.
Is that
Transatlantic
like 1940s
accent.
radio?
Yeah, smoke Lucky Strikes.
It's good for you.
It is good for you. Oh, on the bottom of the bottle cap it says "Cheers." Oh, like they knew.
Side note, I got stuck. I've been binge watching from the beginning of the seasons. Cheers. The show it's crazy watching it now versus when it first came out.
Really?
I mean, like, because that was 84 to 96, or it's
Damn,
11
it had a
seasons.
12-year run?
It was
Don't
11
tell me how it ends.
but it was 11 seasons. But you know,
Sam goes back to drinking. The bar falls into disrepair.
dude,
2.5 seasons, so it was good.
but it was it's fun watching it this time around.
That show is such bullshit because there was no one with a coke problem in a bar.
Yeah.
Like, come on, that is not true.
It's Boston.
In Boston?
Yeah, Boston never had Coke
Jeez.
in the 80s. I doubt it.
Pretty true. There are not a lot of minorities in that show.
They're actually
No, there's
Cliff's
not.
Cliff's
Polish.
coworker.
He's Polish. That
No,
counts.
Cliff's coworker
Okay,
at the mailman. His coworker is African American. He brings him in the bar a couple times. Big guy.
look at all the
When
diversity.
he's billed as Cliff's coworker,
Yeah,
you don't know his name.
he's allowed in with
Yeah.
Cliff.
Which one is this?
This is the Red Zone
That is
Lager.
horrible.
Red Zone
This
Lager?
is horrible.
This is like this is supposed to be an amber
This is lager?
This is a
red ale.
red ale.
Oh,
It definitely.
Red lager, I guess. Red Zone.
Oh,
maybe it's
red
ale.
zone. I get it.
All right, it takes on. It's a pretty good approximation of a red ale.
This
Nothing-
is 6.2%.
There's nothing disagreeable about this beer.
Except everything.
Okay, never mind.
There you go.
Troy takes a different tack.
Let's see here.
I was going to give it a 3.
I'm not a big red lager, red ale person.
I think it's a basic bitch red lager. I think it does it well. It's a 3.
A multi-march forward with rich touches of toffee, a perfect balance of slightly sweet
I do
and malt
taste the
character,
Yeah.
fresh hop bitterness, and snappy red fruit aromas. This red lager is so good, you'll go for 2.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll go for 2. I get it. Okay, so they're really hyping up the whole.
Wait, red zone and a 2-point conversion are two completely different things.
If you score, now you have the option of
Yeah.
picking an extra point.
Then it should be the 2-point conversion.
I thought it was go for 2 like the butt so you can get this taste out of your mouth.
So, Troy, what would you like to grade it?
A 2?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was going 2.5, but I like if we're gonna say 2 500 times, let's stick with 2.
Okay, so a 2, a 3, Stu.
It's,
We don't have to go deep into these because we got 2 more.
yeah, it's like 2.5.
Okay, 2.5.
They didn't.
So just for the listeners, what's the difference between a 2 and a 2.5?
Half a point.
Half a point.
But I mean, what is the
2.5 is literally a perfectly average beer.
yeah, out of 5.
A 2 is now, this is below average. 2.5 is average, and a 3 is above average.
I'm gonna go with 2 because I don't know how you pass up a regular American lager.
Yeah.
for
Okay.
this.
I'm with you.
Screw that beer.
So that's 1/4 of this variety pack. So
Oh, do we need to keep track of this?
No.
Okay.
no.
2.5.
So the cold snap, but the cold
New
snap,
cup.
the
New
cold
cup.
snap did well. New cup.
Well,
Cup.
I'm
Don't
gonna
waste
have
cups.
I'm gonna have red lager.
Just chug it.
You gonna read the
Damn it.
Yeah, breakaway
Stats on
was
that?
it breakaway blonde ale.
This is the Breakaway Blonde Ale in the Super Bowl pack, the
Let's see here.
postseason pack.
interesting nose on that one?
Did you already get some, Brendan?
Yeah.
Oh, here, give me the bottle.
Ooh. You know what that reminds me a lot of is the Sam Adams Summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easily appealing for the whole crowd, this gentle, biscuity aroma and light body. This blonde ale is balanced and clean with a supple hop touch and a quick, refreshing finish that will help it break away from the other beers
I
this
get it.
season.
I don't have any problems with this beer. I actually like this beer. That beer is a 3.5.
Ooh, wow.
Well, I'm just going with my quick hit. I'm giving my quick. Like,
So this one is
I think it's like the summer ale, but just a little less.
4.7.
Yeah, it's a lot like the Sam Adams Summer, just with a little less lemon, but it still has a lot of that going on. It actually reminds me of in between a cold snap and a summer ale.
This doesn't have much going on though.
No, it's a basic bitch beer, but it's nice. It's tasty.
The
3.5
The three
for
B,
me.
The 3Bs.
3.5.
Yeah, I'm saying that's an enjoyable beer. I would drink that. If I went in a bar and they were like, "Oh, all we have left is the breakaway blonde," I'd be like, "Yeah, that's fine. We can stay here."
So 2.5 is not just an enjoyable beer. That's
No, 2.5 is average.
okay.
Average, yeah.
So I'll go next. I'm going to go with 3 because I agree. It's not just a basic bitch.
Better
beer.
than average.
It's got a
better
little
than
bit
average.
going on.
It
and
doesn't
it's
blow
good.
me away.
Yeah, but it's better than meh.
Yeah, and it's better than that red zone.
Yes,
Well,
by
the
a
red
lot.
zone's the red zone's trash.
I mean, if you had a huge party and you just needed to give a beer out,
No, this will work
this
just
would
fine.
work just fine.
Yeah, everyone's gonna go.
It
Yeah,
has
it's fine.
it has a little bit of that Allagash white.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. There's a handful of things. I think it's 3.5. I like that. Beer.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with 3.
Yeah, I'll agree with the 3 because it's a party beer. Like that's how I would explain. It's easy.
So
If you
far-
want something with a little more flavor than your Coors, Bud,
Yeah.
Miller, this
Yeah, it's
is
easy drinking.
this
It's
is
a good
it.
beer.
Yeah,
I have no
So
issues
what,
with
what
that.
do you say, Troy?
3.
Yep.
I'm going 3
Okay,
as well.
so this thing's gonna net out at like a 3.13. So
Wasn't
I
it
think
3? Didn't everybody give it?
I got a 3.5.
Oh, okay.
So I think that the cold snap is probably the best beer we've had out of this thus far.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the second best, and the red zone is a
Trash.
turd.
You know,
I can already tell you
know,
where
though,
this
like the more you
postseason's
drink
gonna-
it, it's got a little. The back end flavor starts to come around.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
I wonder if we're hitting these either too positive or too negative with our speed round.
No, because Sam Adams
Straight
at
up.
best is an average beer.
All right,
At
so
best.
this is the postseason IPA.
Doesn't Sam Adams make the Kirkland's beer?
No, it's Brooklyn.
Oh, I thought it was them. Or they did it.
I personally think this is going to be an awful beer because it's an IPA.
No, this is a basic bitch IPA. This is like a sessionable IPA. I'm guessing
see
that
here.
coming in right around 5.
4.5.
So let's see.
We're
here.
talking ABV, not score.
No way.
4.5 on the ABV.
Yeah, there you go.
They
Boom.
do.
Postseason
IPAs are that low?
Oh yeah,
A
we got
sessionable
sessionable.
IPA, and if you
Sessions.
taste this is clearly a sessionable IPA.
So-
it's got a little hop forward flavor, but this is really easy drinking.
a bright and delicious session IPA that will carry you to the postseason.
Nailed
This
it.
4.5 ABV beer has big, bright,
Ooh.
tropical notes driven by a blend of hop varieties
That is every bit as good as a
from
Founders
around the world.
All day.
Founders All Day IPA.
Yep.
In fact, this is right in the
It
ballpark
might
of
be
a
the
Founders All
same
Day.
thing.
If
It
more,
It literally could be.
if
It
more
says it's the-
IPAs were like this,
Yeah.
I'd like IPAs.
Yeah, this
more.
IPA is actually really good.
It says it's the playoffs of beers.
Okay.
This whole marketing scheme is stupid as shit, though.
Would you buy it because of the football? label?
No.
I'm saying if Sam Adams had this as their session IPA, I would buy this. This is a good beer.
Yeah.
I don't dislike this beer at all.
It's got a full body on the back end.
Yeah, but it's super easy to drink.
Yeah.
It's damn near crushable.
Don't.
So
I'm gonna
Brandon,
disown you.
Brendan, if they had put crushable on the label,
It's a
is that
2.
a positive or
It's a negative. It's a negative. That's a big negative for
So they
me.
left off the crushable.
Yeah, they allowed me to say it.
it
It's
is-
No, but I think like,
crushable.
like Troy and I are in the same boat. Like, what is it? Wet hops and session IPAs are the ones that I will lean towards. Like a regular IPA, when that hop starts going way up, the
You like the dry hopped. You like
dry
it on the
hop,
nose,
sorry, yeah.
but not in the flavor.
Yeah.
No. This is a really acceptable sessionable IPA. I think it's got all the things that I like in an IPA without any of the things I don't like. So I will also give this a 3.5. I think that's a perfectly acceptable beer. I would drink that. So as far as I'm concerned, just my vote, I think that this is okay to pick up for the big game because you've got the cold snap, which I think is enjoyable. You've got the postseason IPA.
Are
which
you
is,
doing the whole 12 pack or are you doing the IPA?
No, the IPA is a 3.5.
Okay. So are you now jumping?
Let's
to
finish.
Let's finish this. Let's finish
Okay.
this.
I'm putting the IPA as a 3. It's good. It's better than average IPA. It's no better than the blonde that we just gave a 3. So I'm putting it equal with the 3.
Yeah, I think that's
And
fair.
then once we all score it out, we'll come back to the pack.
So I'm going to give it a 3 because I don't typically like IPAs. So this is something.
And so this is actually just a hair above an average.
Like if you just gave me a straight up IPA, I'd be like 2.5. I don't like it.
Yeah, so this is a little better
This is a
because
little better
it's
'cause
light.
It's the session. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll give it a 3 because I think we're trending in that whole realm of basic beer.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah. That's about design.
Yeah, I agree. I like IPAs, and so I when I'm on a beach, I like Founders All Day IPA, and this is a fair
Approximation.
substitute.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think 3.5 as an IPA drinker is fair, and I think 3.0 for non-IPA drinkers is very generous. I'm gonna stick with 3.5 for this beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one netted out at 3.25. So this is probably the Cold Snap in this definitely take the
Cake.
Yeah.
they're the best beers in the bunch. Mm-hmm. Followed by the whatever that was the
Non-red
The
zone.
red ale zone lager.
No.
Red
No,
zone
no,
lager.
no,
Oh,
whatever
the
the-
non-red zone.
the red zone was the turd of the bunch.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the blonde ale.
Can
Yeah,
can
the breakaway blonde.
Can I just go on the 12 pack?
Yeah, please do.
If you buy the 12 pack, the red zone will be sitting in your fridge for months.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
dude.
You stewed it. Oh, put it right back where you just kicked everything over.
For the
No, it's 'cause
listeners,
I just-
Stuart spilled all the beers. So
They're empty.
that's not me.
Yeah, I would say
in that bottle.
if you're not someone
I don't have it.
who
Oh.
wants like a super flavorful beer, like if you don't want anything over the top,
Yeah.
this does a really good job of giving you flavor without being over the top flavorful.
This is if you've already got your Miller Lite and Budweiser suitcase, and you want something with some flavor in it. This is your pack.
If you're
and I would
not-
say 3 of the 4 are like perfectly drinkable.
Yeah.
To Dave's point, the Red Zone Lager is probably going to sit in your fridge a little
Right.
longer than it should.
If you're having a party, you've got the sessionable IPA for your IPA friends. You've got the breakaway blonde for the wit beer type
Yeah.
folks.
Yep. And then the
you've
Cold
got
Snap-
the cold snap, which is perfectly acceptable to everyone. And then you're gonna have the red zone that'll sit in your fridge for months.
Unless you got that person who's like, I only drink Newcastles, and they
Yeah.
like that kind of like malty crap.
They're
Do you,
like,
have, do you have a Killian's?
do you need? Yeah, I was gonna say Killian's. Like, are you a Killian's guy?
The person that only drinks Miller Lite or Bud Light and it's like, I will try a craft beer.
What was the one?
Then you give them those red zone lagers.
And they go, yep, I'm going back to Miller
Yeah.
Lite.
Right. But you get them out of your fridge earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
No,
was it?
I think this is a perfectly acceptable 12 pack, but you're not going to wow anybody. You're not going to win anybody
No.
over.
Oh, 100%.
But this is a perfectly fine thing because I can genuinely say 3 out of 4 are perfectly good.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
the? Was it Red Dog or Wolf? What was those?
There was
beers?
Red Dog, and there
Well,
was
Red Wolf was a brewery in.
It's
Yes.
Wild Wolf, and it is now gone, and
They're
it's been taken
they're
over
gone.
by
But I thought there was a bottled beer back in the
Three
day.
Notched Distillery and Brewery now
Wow.
in that location.
I went to a.
There was Southpaw and Red Dog.
Southpaw Red Dog. That's what I was thinking of.
That's the Plank Road Brewery.
Yes.
Yes.
If there's one thing I know about it,
But wait,
it's
what
drinking.
does Stewart have to say about Red Dog in relation to this
I don't know.
12 pack?
No, I was just thinking like the lager. That's
The Red Dog was just a basic beer. That wasn't a red. That wasn't, a red beer
but
at
it was
all.
just like it was horrible.
It was horrible, but it was in a glass bottle, and you're like, I am living.
Yes.
In the mid 90s.
I
was
still
cheap
like to
as
think
shit for
Red
glass
Dog,
bottle
Red
beer.
Dog may be the perfect beer, only because we cannot prove that it wasn't.
Yeah.
You can't get it anymore. It may be the best beer ever made.
Yep.
That's
You're
like your buddy that grew weed in 1994. It's like, this is the best weed ever. And now he's like,
Yeah.
you know, car salesman.
Yeah. You're like, that trash was literally a weed.
So are we? I don't.
Yeah.
Are we recommending this 12 pack that people should buy?
What's the cost?
Oh, it was $22
For
a
12
dollar a
pack?
beer? I think you can do better.
That's $2.
No, it's
a beer.
$2 a beer. Give or
Oh,
take.
$2?
Yeah.
You can do better.
Okay.
I'd say you're better off buying a case of whatever for 18 or 20 bucks, whatever a case
Yeah.
goes for.
Yeah.
So this is going to net out just around a 3
Yeah.
is kind of what we agreeing on here. This is about a 3. 3 out of 4 are good.
This is the party.
I've-
this is the party trick you would buy for the Super Bowl.
I feel like if you're having a big enough party, you can get a 12-pack of a wheat beer,
Yeah.
a sessionable IPA, and then whatever.
And
Cold
leave the
Snap
red
is,
out.
and leave the red out, and have your Miller Lights, your Bud Lights, your Coors Lights, and you're not going to have a fridge full of shit that you're not going to drink.
Yeah, this
3 months
allows
from
you to
now.
have only 3 of each thing. Like,
Right.
this is not bad.
but-
I actually just
but-
cracked a second postseason.
I mean,
IPA.
to Dave's point, you should do that. But the reason you would buy this is exactly because of the actual marketing. You want to have a beer in there that says Red Zone. You want a beer in there that says, whatever the other ones are.
Oh, good call.
I can't see them, but
I mean,
that's just it. Like the Breakaway Blonde. Like that, they're tying. If you want to tie in, you don't
do
have a Super
adults
Bowl
fall
themed
for
party.
this? Like, do adults see that and go, yes, I'm having a Super Bowl party?
Yeah,
So I need
do.
a Super Bowl.
non-drinkers do.
They do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Marketing matters.
Yes.
Maybe.
Like the people that are hosting a Super Bowl party that are usually bourbon and wine drinkers, and they're like, oh, we got to buy some beer. Well, let's buy
Yeah.
this.
I'll get that.
Yeah.
that 6-pack for the big game.
But that's why
Yeah.
they listen to this podcast to realize they're going to have, if they buy 3 of these, they're going to have 11 Red Zone lagers in their fridge
Yeah.
in July.
if you bought a 12-pack, but now you just
No, if you bought 3 12-packs.
oh don't.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
going to
yeah.
have 11 of these Red Zone lagers in
You're
your
better
fridge.
served buying suitcases of light beer and
Yes.
then 6-packs or 12-packs
Yes.
of known commodities that you
Yes,
enjoy.
Exactly.
I would just go back and listen to the podcast and just listen to all of them.
Yeah, all
and
of
then
them.
find the ones that are scored well.
There
we
you
know
go.
what we're doing. And the numbers would go up, which is a
Yes.
W.
I mean, Sam Adams gave it a shot, but it's not really.
So all those in China listening to this, maybe
And the
don't
next thing-
maybe don't buy these.
The next thing we should go, oh, did you bring up China?
What?
They're holding down the Uyghurs, and I think it is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely committing genocide. They're putting these people in camps. It is bullshit.
Give me whatever.
Yikes.
Just
This is some hardcore padding right now.
no. I bring this up every time we bring up
brings it all the
China.
time.
I like to bring up the fact that they are committing absolute genocide against the Uyghurs.
When's
And we
when's your iPhone coming?
look? I'm just saying there are
There's a
atrocities
small bomb
happening.
inside of it.
There's atrocities happening in China.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, here's the funny thing about these comments that I make. Every time I do this, the downloads in China go up
Yes. Oh, I got it. I got
it.
because
China.
Phone's listening, but you.
no, it's it's their government.
Yes.
I think puts crawlers out there, and
The
if
Chinese
you say,
military monetize Brendan.
but no, if you say atrocities, the Uyghurs, you bring it up. I watch my downloads go up in China. It's the strangest damn thing.
What are the Uyghurs?
Right, but you're not.
So it's an entire population that is like they live in China, but they are kind of like ostracized, and Chinese government has decided to try to eradicate them,
Oh.
and they're literally
Are
putting
they a
them
bunch
in.
of guys that have short blonde hair and wear wife beaters and say, "Hi, my name is"?
that's the other.
Those are Italian.
That's the
Okay.
Italian. That's the best. Yeah. That's the Italian. Well, there goes the demographics for the podcast.
They're not going to monetize us.
No,
No, they're just kneecap us.
I'm not actually. I'm going to stop.
No, but the downloads from China aren't going to go up this time because your phone's not here. It's not listening.
Don't worry, they listen.
They listen.
Literally every podcast that goes out, they got their creepy crawlies go across them, and it's the strangest damn thing because we get one download every episode, and then when someone brings up China and I start talking about the atrocities against the Uyghurs, all of a sudden you get like 10 downloads very quickly from China.
I
It's
just like to say that's an atrocity.
yes, there you go.
We're
Because then they
anti
start,
that.
then they start like
Or are
passing
we
it
for
around.
that?
But it starts getting fed. They're like, someone goes, boom, we got a hit, and then they send it to the next person, and then they
Yes.
listen, and then
Right.
they.
And then they have to log every atrocity.
In China.
Just saying. lot going on.
Nectar sunglasses.
You didn't. You didn't.
Okay, hold on.
That's great. That's great.
Do me a fucking solid. And in the same sentence where we're doing that, let's not bring up Nectar sunglasses. That would be
If we
great.
can get China to start buying Nectar sunglasses.
Yes.
Yeah, but we could also
You know how many
get.
people they have?
They'll be like, oh my gosh, you guys sold 30 pairs this month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
but,
really set them off.
but if all of a sudden Sean's like, I don't know why my supply chain just
That's
dried
what I was
up.
thinking. Like, where's he getting the supply from?
Yeah, no, I do not want to be bringing up
Yeah.
My bad. My bad.
very different. This is two different subjects.
Now we're making them there and selling them there.
Where are we going to get that pile of plastic recycling for the frames?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Dave, you're not helping.
No, here's a good story. This is I'm gonna,
Oh, I can't wait to
I'm
hear
gonna
it.
switch gears.
But wish a motherfucker would.
He's going to talk about North Korea now.
I got a set of Nectar sunglasses, and my wife was like, "Why the fuck did you buy these?" And then I was like, "They're made from recycled milk jugs," and she was like,
That they pulled
Buy
from
all
the
of them.
ocean. No, they
This-
actually pulled that stuff from the
"This
ocean
is the
too.
best present I've ever gotten," because my
Nice.
wife is an environmentalist.
Yeah.
And I got the recycled
You said
milk
wife.
jug. I think that's accurate.
Yeah. No, most wives are like,
Yeah.
No, she's literally an environmentalist.
I know, but most women are like, get the trash out of the ocean.
Well, my
Like,
whole
that's
po-
not
my
a-
whole
My
point is
wife's like,
not
I
a
want
hot
that
take.
fresh plastic.
My whole point was rather than spending $30 on fucking flowers that die in a week,
Yeah.
spend
Right, there you go.
$30 on fucking nectars, and you don't have to see them in the trash the next week.
Yeah.
And you get the benefits of, I feel your environmental concerns. Like Nectar
mean,
sunglasses are a win
I hooked
in my
Aaron.
book.
I hooked Aaron onto Nectar, and she bought 4 pair like right off the bat. She loved them all.
They're great sunglasses.
Yep.
I left a pair.
They don't fit my head, unfortunately.
Well, you got a
They don't match that jacket is the problem.
no, but Stu's got a whole weird situation. He has a small head, yet also an enormous head, and it doesn't make any damn
Weird.
sense. Like most people either just have a big head or a small head, and Stu's is like wider than it should be, but not as tall as it could be.
Ever since that horse kicked him.
I had one eye that went this way.
Yeah, horse kicks him again, they go back straight.
Where's
The
Ruby?
damnedest
Where's
thing.
Ruby when you need her?
But I mean, you do have a weird situation.
No, I don't. I mean,
Like, your head is
literally
wide.
No, literally, I have to I buy cheap sunglasses from Walgreens and CVS because I can bend the middle. If I go do anything that's, Ray-Ban or high end, even Nectar, like they just don't make extra. They just don't have it wide enough.
It's just a weird head, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
Welcome
most
to my
glasses
world.
are made for people with the eyes on the side of their head. It's kind of a different
Yikes.
look.
I see you coming.
Yeah, he's like he's like a lizard.
I see you coming.
I got an overly head-heavy
He's
lizard.
prey. He's not predator.
Yeah, he just drags his head. If he was a lizard, his head would just drag on the ground. He would just keep pushing forward. It's a very interesting son of a bitch.
So unless you have eyes on the side of your head, you should buy Nectar.
Nectars are perfect.
Oh yes,
They're awesome.
yes.
The look, the brands, the colors are amazing.
I wouldn't know.
I have a couple pairs of them, but it's
I got many pairs.
remember.
My favorite pair I literally left in a dude's car. They're up in Northern Virginia.
Yeah, you
now.
did.
Now I'm like, well, yeah, you got to take them off. He said, "Look me in the eyes." I was like,
call me daddy.
Did you leave those and your
Guess I'll take
panties?
these nectars off.
His wife's going to be so mad.
Oh my god. I gotta stop laughing.
I'm sorry.
Next topic.
Now, you want to know an interesting topic? I'll be in Hungary.
Oh, yeah.
Europe?
Yeah, Budapest.
Why?
Skills.
Okay.
So I won a trip through my work. Like,
Because you're awesome.
yeah, that's
it.
shortcut to the answer. Yeah, like certain people every year win. They take 10 people.
It's not a lottery. You actually like.
Yeah, you have to
You have to
earn
do
it.
something to
You have
do-
to
yeah,
earn
yeah.
it. But so like this year's trip is to Budapest.
Dude, that's gonna be amazing though.
So I'm going to Budapest, and I'm like, I don't know anything about Budapest outside of the fact they have dope ass thermal baths, like come up from the ground.
Have you seen
Hot water.
Did you happen to look and see if any bands are playing while you're there?
Yeah, I have. I didn't see anything that I recognized. You know,
What's was it the Centaur? What's that damn thing called?
it's a centaur. Yes,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. But so I'm going to Budapest, and then on the way back, I noticed all my flights have to go through Paris.
Oh, Paris! I've been to Paris. It's amazing.
So I was like, you know what? Go to Paris. So like I like extended for a few days in Paris. Gonna go ahead and like take the wife to Paris and like do
Is she
the
going
thing.
to fly to meet you?
No. She this
Oh, it's a
trip
plus
is-
one on the Budapest.
Yeah, it's a plus one on
I
the
thought you
trip.
said it was 10 people.
So I get to go to Budapest, Hungary,
Mm-hmm.
hang out there, practice my Slavic squat, which is gonna
Don't
be,
lift your heels.
That's right. See, you get it. Heels in the sky, Western Spy. Pretty excited about this. So I've been actually practicing, like getting down low, and I have finally found my comfort zone. I can do it without getting my heels in the sky.
It's going to look really weird with that raging heart on.
Oh yeah, dude, you gotta be very careful.
Don't knock your drink over.
There's a lot of mushrooms out there that will fuck your penis up.
Oh, you're
I'm
done.
just saying. But so I'm going there, and then I'm going to Paris, and I spent a few days in Paris, and I got us a place. There's like, I guess Paris is set up in like different zones.
Yeah.
And there's like 18 of them. And I found this one zone where like the Moulin Rouge is, and all like there's like the old red light district. That's where I got us a place. So I want a reminder that like shit's crazy out there. No, but this is like, we got this place. You ever seen John Wick 3?
Yeah.
So you know when he gets his ass kicked up and down the stairs?
Yeah.
So those stairs are in this particular Montemar, whatever, Paris.
Yeah, because the first episode, because the Continental is
Yeah.
actually a hotel that I've been to in New York.
Oh, no shit.
Our friend, he lives there. He lives in the building over, and you can look down. He's like, you see it, and you look at it, like, holy shit, that's exactly where. So the Continental, the front steps are there. But for John Wick 3, over
Yeah.
same thing.
So those steps are like literally just, my wife was like, there's no gyms in these places. I was like, yeah, there's no gyms. And we're in a double bed for the record. Like,
What do you mean?
Ouch.
What do you mean no gems?
like they don't have gyms.
Oh, gyms.
Yeah, these people like
I don't
smoke-
know what that means.
They
Have
smoke
any,
cigarettes
like-
to stay thin.
Mike's or Scott's or anything.
No, they have Mike's and Scott's.
But no
It's
gyms?
Gyms. No gym.
No gyms.
Weird.
That's not true because my daughter is a workoutaholic, and this past summer they went to Paris, and my fucking daughter found a gym.
And okay,
And
no,
went
no,
there.
there
No,
are
but he's
gyms.
staying in the
But I'm
old
saying,
section.
In the hotels, they don't have a lot of
Oh
gyms.
no, yeah, in gyms or in hotels, you're right. Yes.
So I was.
Why are you working out?
No, she goes. I want to be
Oh,
able
this
to
your
work out.
wife. Yeah, she wants to.
So I go. I've got you, babe. I've got to set up on the highest point in all of Paris.
Stairmaster.
You have to walk all the stairs
Yeah.
to get in and out to get to anything. But we're right at like those John Wick stairs where
Yeah,
that
yeah.
dude got his ass kicked up and down the
Yeah,
stairs.
that's nice.
And she was like, "Well, that's a lot of stairs." I was like, "Boom,
Dude.
gym,
So
Done and done.
free gym."
Jim Morrison's grave is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm good.
And you got to do the top of the Eiffel Tower because it sways. And if it didn't sway, it would break. But it's crazy up there.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I don't think it's that crazy. I think the line that you stand in is aggravating for what you get.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't think I would.
Oh, I don't think
Yeah.
it was.
I think I'm going to go look at it.
Eiffel
hell
Tower's
yeah.
only 30 minutes from here.
God, I miss Ashland.
King's Dominion joke. The King's Dominion joke. I get it. No, I figured this is gonna be good. I'd like to see the Arc de Triomphe.
Yes,
It's-
Champs
yeah.
Elysees.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good
where
spend
the-
a whole day on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah.
The Louvre was fun.
Actually, we have tickets to the
Get
Louvre,
some
and
pizza.
I'm like really disappointed about having to go to the Louvre.
Get some
No,
French
that's good
fries.
because then you can, for the rest of your life, you can complain about how small the Mona Lisa actually is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's-
8 by 10.
Yeah, basically.
It's like,
Yeah, like I'm like, do I really want to have this disappointment in my life?
Yes,
But yeah, because how else can I look down my nose at other people?
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's one of those
Yeah.
that you like check it off the box and go, oh, you haven't seen the Mona Lisa?
Exactly.
It's so small.
Yep.
the subway system there is pretty good, though. Getting around is easy.
I sure hope so.
No, it-
I don't
You're going to
speak-
eat some Subway while you're there?
Gonna eat all this.
Sabaro.
Subway. I heard Sabaro is fantastic.
Well, it's-
Well, you can only get that in the airport.
yeah.
It did throw me for a loop because, you know, being the typical American, being there for 5 days, I was like, oh, I need some McDonald's. Went into the McDonald's, you get a Big Mac meal with a beer.
Dude, I live in America and I don't go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
This was
I've never
years ago. Years
said I
and years
need
and years ago.
McDonald's.
I was like,
When he bought that jacket.
when burgers were 55 cents.
I don't know why he's catching shit. A leather jacket is the most classic look. Seriously, I don't understand the hate that's coming across for that jacket.
It's like
It's easy.
I'm only doing
It's
this
easy.
for Troy's approval.
Troy's approval's mad easy to get. Like, I don't understand why you're going out of your way.
I approve.
So you're giving me shit for
I
this,
saw it
and
all.
he can wear the mechanic's jacket.
That's his look. That's all he wears.
I'm literally. So I had to come up with like clothes to wear to Europe, and I've only been looking at leather jackets with like the shearling lining. Like that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I kept looking. I finally just gave up. I am going to Europe with a Dickies jacket.
All Brendan has is flannel.
I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah, and flannel is unacceptable.
I'm
Yeah.
disappointed you're not going to go in a tracksuit and be an Eastern European.
Actually, that might.
I have not.
He doesn't want to look like a
said
drug
I'm not
dealer.
going to do that.
do it.
Yeah.
One day, just one of those days, wear your Eastern European uniform
In front of the-
and report back on the podcast how that day went compared to the
Yeah.
rest.
It's bad enough I don't speak the language.
In Hungary.
Yes.
But
You
no,
do
so
your
in,
Slavic.
the Slavic squat in my.
No, but
so part of
your
me thinks I
accent.
should pack it. Part of me thinks I should pack it.
100%.
Slavic
It takes up
accent.
no room.
Yeah.
Well, takes up as much room as a tracksuit does.
Right.
Well, I mean, yeah. But
Luggage
you
is
in front of the
scary.
Arch de Triomphe with your tracksuit on?
You should wear the tracksuit into Louis Vuitton.
Adidas.
Exactly.
Well, you realize that I have one that's literally French colors.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's the
Yes.
French flag. Like I could rock that. There,
Do it.
but I feel
100%.
like it actually hits better in Budapest.
Well, of course.
They look like a drug dealer. People be like, "Hey man," in Hungarian. "Hey man, you got some drugs?" And I'll be like, "I don't
Yeah.
even know how to say yes or no."
Yeah.
Whatever I say, could,
Except you don't have a phone, so
Might just
that'll
get
mess
scooped
everything
up in a van. Just
we
taking off.
found him. We found him. Yeah, that was,
It's Troy in his minivan with the doors open, picking you
That's
up.
right.
yeah, dude. Why not, man?
Yeah.
Let's Jack Ryan this shit. Let's get weird out there.
Yeah, you need your phone to translate. Seriously. Unless you're going to do
If
Babel
he
right
had
now.
a phone.
Would you actually?
He didn't have a phone.
Would you guys genuinely have the balls to wear a tracksuit like you're some kind of European gangster?
I wouldn't wear a tracksuit here.
But
Yeah, but would you do it there?
My question is, are we assuming that right now European gangster drug dealers are in tracksuits?
Just based on the fact that dude approached me after the stash bash.
Do you not watch TV, Stuart?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're getting this from TV.
Yeah, and TV's literally the only source of information I have.
Right. He can't
Especially
even,
because I don't have a phone.
can't even watch porn on his phone.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Can't
a
watch
first world
anything on my
problem.
phone.
That's a first world problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
No, life is tough. Life is tough.
Well, enjoy your time in.
But should I bring the
Europe.
tracksuit?
I don't
Yes.
give a shit.
100%.
Fuck. Troy's got an opinion.
That's a whole episode on the podcast.
When does this happen?
Good
when,
or bad?
When does Hungary happen?
You're not going to listen
In
to
a
me
week.
on
In a week.
on
In a week.
clothing options.
Oh, that's why we're doing. Gotcha.
Yeah. You get it now.
Oh, so just FYI, same thing. You're going overseas to see Taylor. Erin just picked up tickets for her, and she's going to take my oldest to go to London to see Taylor.
There you go. See Taylor Swift's worldwide.
God, so glad. I don't
My
have
my young
girls.
my young Penelope's already seen her.
Actually,
Her daughter's already seen her, so this is
can't
the
say
one.
that because I'd tell my girls to fuck right off.
Like,
Dad, I want to go tell her. You can get a fucking job.
Damn. Troy.
First world problem.
Troy is rough, dude.
Do you you know me?
You find
Oh,
those
no.
What I
you find those tickets for $30 and Troy is there.
yeah, exactly.
Other than that, get
I
a
wouldn't
job.
say you're cheap, but you are frugal.
Oh, I'm cheap as shit. I would
okay,
say
then
I'm
I'll
cheap.
say you're cheap.
Yeah.
I just was trying to be gentle. Frugal.
no,
Whatever you want to say. I mean,
old F
it's
word.
not. He's smart.
I'm not gonna spend thousands of dollars on something like that.
Oh well, she was giving. She
If we
wanted-
fast forward to when we're 60 years old, Troy's going to have a far better life than me.
if I make it.
Well, you see, I'm banking on the fact that I won't.
Yeah, you are.
And that's why I'm like, I'm going to spend that money now.
Yeah.
Because I treat my body like a temple.
What
Temple of Doom.
Temple of the Dog.
I was like, wait,
Like it
maybe
is.
on Mondays.
I start a cleanse tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
3 days?
Little 3 day
Tomorrow.
free
3-day
cleanse.
cleanse.
I have a question about that. What's the difference between what's the difference between a cleanse that you
Okay.
pay
Okay.
hundreds of dollars for and a pre-colonoscopy regimen?
It is slightly different. So the pre-colonoscopy regimen.
One does something, the other does nothing.
No. They are different. One is something that is literally designed to just flush you out really quick.
Yeah.
And you're totally clean.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the toxins are gone.
But it's just from an area.
And then what's the other one?
Yeah, but it's just so this is a full reset. As in, I'm now ingesting little amounts of food.
Mm-hmm.
So my stomach is like, okay, this is full.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it gets smaller. At the same time,
Over 3 days, your stomach is trained.
I'm
It's a
shocked
it's a
at how
mental
much.
thing.
Yeah.
It's
No, it
mostly
is. A lot
mental
of it
thing.
is mental.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you realize
You
after
feel
3
like
days.
you've accomplished something after 3 days.
Mm.
But then when you go to like Jersey Mike's, you're like, I don't need the giant sub. I'll take the regular size sub. And you literally do walk out of there going, I feel really full. Whereas you're just like force feeding a flush. I'm doing a steady flush over 3 days. Does it actually make that much of a difference? I don't know. But
Physically-
mentally,
Yeah.
physically, I don't know if
Yeah.
it makes that much of a difference. But physically, it resets me in a way where I'm like, I can get by on much less.
Okay.
And I don't need to overeat. Because I'm a portion control problem more so than anything else. Because I eat fairly well, but I will eat it all.
Right.
You know, you can do the same thing, like portion control, just like kind of tricking your brain with just using a smaller plate.
You can do all those
Yeah.
things.
That would be
You can chug a
portion
glass
control.
of water before you
Yeah.
eat dinner. No, there's a million ways to do it. I just subscribe to the every 3 months, do a 3-day cleanse.
You only do it every 3 months? I thought you did more often than that.
It's 4 a year.
Oh,
Quarterly.
okay. I thought it was once every
And
month.
how many colonoscopies
I've had one.
in that year?
0.
Oh, aren't you over 45?
Yeah.
Oh, you're supposed to get
You
that
need
done.
to do it ASAP.
I'm
Yeah.
doing
I try
Cologuard.
to tell her.
I shit in a box.
No.
You put
tried
your
to
shit
tell
in
him.
the box.
If you,
The
because
shit,
trust
the
me,
shit in the box doesn't know if you have polyps.
you
No.
That's
You-
the first world problem right here, polyps.
Yeah,
And-
where were you guys the other week? We were talking about shit in a box. UPS Bob episode came out.
I know, but you'd be amazing how you feel after a propofol.
I can shit in a box right now.
Oh, I've been shitting in a box all week, just training, just practicing,
Getting
That's
ready.
true.
just practicing. And
Honestly, if Brendan's cleanses came with the stuff that knocks you out and you feel great afterwards,
Dude,
Yeah,
I played the best.
propofol.
I did my colonoscopy at 8:30 in the morning. I was done by 9:30. I took a nap for like 20 minutes after I got home, and then I went and played golf 9 holes at noon, and best golf of my life. And it was
yeah, but
amazing.
there's the point of diminishing
didn't have shit
returns.
in you.
That's
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Oh no, I know why Michael Jackson died because he was doing that shit all the time.
Yeah, that's how he slept.
Yeah, well, it's a 20-minute nap, and you feel
He
amazing.
took a lot the last time, I think.
Well,
He's
just
still asleep.
he literally took.
yeah. I think that was miss.
But hey, the kids are safe. So he's got that going for you, you know. You want something, you-
Yes, I mean,
Macaulay
that's-
Culkin has
Yeah.
never slept better.
That's right, yeah. Now the kids can sleep well.
Webster is all happy.
Oh man,
One of the Coreys is happy.
Yeah.
It's only late 80s, 90s kids get
Yeah.
that joke.
never,
Boy, that-
Neverland.
Oh my fuck! Are you serious, Troy? This is.
I'm just saying.
This is an atrocity.
Speaking of atrocities,
That Michael Jackson guy.
Oh my.
Did he ever visit China?
yeah.
He said he was going to start with the man in the mirror, but
Yeah, I don't think he ever got there.
I think he did.
Oh.
He took himself out.
He started with him.
Yeah. He said, "Oh, I get it."
Done.
Oh no. Okay. Well,
What do you
What's
got?
in on that
What do you
one?
got?
I don't. Where do you go? Technically, we've done enough.
Yeah, we've done enough.
Three delis?
We got to go to Europe.
What more does everyone want?
I know.
It's atrocious.
Someone
You
said-
can't keep doing this.
No, I'm going to literally name it atrocities.
Atrocities. The hits are going through the roof. Click, 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 click.
Atrocities.
Did you name the first one?
Yeah, kind of.
What's that smell like?
It just says more than I bargained for. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. I do. Stupid mushroom. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Not you didn't go with mushroom tipped?
Oh, that's a good one.
Tipped.
Well, The night is young.
Everyone will get this a week later.
Those seltzers are laced.
Yeah, no, I know.
Wait,
you
did you
get
just give it away?
Yeah, you get it.
Spoiler alert. Gosh.
These Celsius seltzers are good. No, that's a Cialis.
Yeah. Done and done.
That's hilarious. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We certainly do appreciate you being here with us week after week. If you have a chance to head over to the Gmail account, it's insidethepoundhouse@gmail.com. You can send us topics, and I assume maybe we'll be able to check them by the time you hear this. Giving myself a 3-week birth. With that. And if you're looking for a mortgage, head over to screendoormortgage.com. Jimmy will take care of you. We know that that's a trying and a difficult time, but it's also could be one of the best moves you made financially. Let Screen Door Mortgage take care of you. If you need sunglasses, head over to nectarsunglasses.com. I believe Dave said it best.
Your wife will thank you.
There you go. And if you have way too much discretionary money, you can find us on Venmo.
At Inside the Pound House on Venmo.
That is the one. Stu, you want to plug?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Houses are selling themselves.
Fair enough.
Shows you what a real estate agent does.
Yeah, no shit. No,
Actually,
need to
no, I'm
reach
going out of town tomorrow, so I appreciate you guys.
Exactly.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll
see
be
you in
talking to
Europe.
you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.
Peace out, Wills.
Inside joke, but inside jokes hit.
That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think? Hey.